All right, here's how I've upgraded Roaring Moon with Surging Spark. So Turbo Roaring Moon is a super aggressive basic Pokemon deck built around the Roaring Moon EX with the Frenzied Gouging. We knock out our opponent's active Pokemon, and then we put 200 damage counters on ourselves for a Dark Colorless, and then we got the Calamity Storm for Dark Colorless. We do 100 damage plus 120 more damage. If there's a stadium in play, we can discard it. If there's not a stadium, we're only doing 100, but we play quite a few stadiums ourselves to be able to fulfill that cost. So doing 220 is not hard, and doing all this on the first turn is also pretty easy for this deck. The first big addition here is the Latias EX with that Skyliner ability. Your basic Pokemon in play have no retreat cost. All of our Pokemon are basics, so it's pretty easy to get our active to the bench to whatever attacker we want to attack with that turn and start swinging. Now, we do still play a Petron EX, which was the mobility card in the deck previously. The difference between the Latias EX and the Petron is the Petron did poison the Pokemon that we pushed to the active with its ability, whereas Latias just allows us to retreat our active Pokemon for free. The Petron is still good, though, because it has a really powerful attack. In the Outburst for 2 Dark Energy, it does 60 damage for each prize card our opponent has taken, and it's really good to help us beat stall. So we still have a Petron in here, but we also have the Latias now as well, because sometimes we did not want to poison the Pokemon we're about to send to the active. And speaking of poison, we have the baby Petron now included. This didn't come out in Surging Sparks, but it's a super powerful addition that I've just been seeing people include recently. I tried it out myself, and I absolutely love it. Got that Toxic Subjugation ability. As long as this Pokemon's in the active spot, you put 5 damage counters on your opponent's poison Pokemon during Pokemon checkup or between turns. And then for a Dark and a Colorless energy, it has the Poison Chains attack, which is the attack we'll be using to poison our opponent's active Pokemon for 10 damage, and then we poison them, and then they can't retreat as well. And this is specifically powerful because up against a ton of decks right now, we would prefer it if they couldn't draw cards with their Pheasantipity, because basically everyone plays Pheasantipity. If a Pokemon gets KO'd in between turns, they don't get to draw cards with Pheasantipity because it wasn't KO'd on your opponent's turn. So we can KO stuff like Charmanders and Duskulls and Dreepies with the Petron and then not give them access to that powerful Flip the Script ability on the Pheasantipity EX. And the final change I'm trying out in Roaring Moon is the Scramble Switch. I'm not sure it's better than Prime Catcher, but I wanted to give it a shot. What's really cool about the Scramble Switch is we can play Water Energy like I do in this build, and then we can Sada's Vitality build up Water Energy on our Roaring Moons, and then we can Scramble Switch them into the Radiant Greninja, attach a Water Energy for turn to the Radiant Greninja, and then use the powerful Moonlight Shuriken attack from Radiant Greninja in this deck now. So it's a really cool combo, really powerful combo. Really hard to pull off, though, because we only play one Scramble Switch. Now, we do see a lot of cards with this deck. It is a turbo deck. We do draw pretty aggressively through our deck, but it is still hard to find our one-of Scramble Switch. So I'm not sold on it yet being better than Prime Catcher. Still need to give it a little bit more testing, but I do like the idea of it. And that's how I've upgraded Roaring Moon with Surging Sparks. If you want to see the full deck and watch me play with the deck as well, check out the full video over on my YouTube channel.